I'm Travis Monroe of Monroe Film and Photo, and today we're going to talk about how we film the Grand March. Now, the Grand March is one of the briefest things that we shoot, but they also can be a lot of fun. A lot of great dance moves and things like that the bridal party might show off. So it's critical that we get these shots, but again, we also have to be super flexible and keep that in mind when we're filming to make sure that we can be prepared for anything. First off, let's talk camera settings. Again, we're going to be going with our main camera shooting at 4K 60 frames a second. And our other two cameras are going to be at 4K 24 frames a second. This is where the lighting can get really iffy at times because a lot of places they're going to have incandescent lighting indoors, and that daylight's probably going to be coming in. Your presets probably aren't going to work as well. So you're going to have to make sure that you dial in your Kelvin, but make sure that you have everything kind of universally across. I use 3 cameras. I like to set one shot as a tight shot of the door that they're going to be coming in at. The next camera that we're going to have, it's going to be kind of more of a wide shot, depending on where we can get people to come in through. So always talk to the DJ in advance as far as what's happening with the Grand March, where they're coming in from and where they're going to be. So for that second camera, what I'm trying to do is either setting it up so I can get a crowd reaction and people heading to the head table, or what I'm going to do is just get a nice wide shot so that I have a secondary shot of the dance moves that are happening. The third camera is going to be your gimbal camera. This camera, you're going to be kind of just positioned right in front of where hopefully the bridal party's coming at you so you can get a nice shot. Sometimes you're going to be off to the side a little bit just so you don't block people. You want to make sure that you're not getting in the way of the guests. So you're going to want to kind of position yourself off to the side a little bit, but if they can be walking right at you too, that's great. With that gimbal camera, you are going to be kind of steady for the most part. You can walk around a little bit with it, but you want to make sure that you're getting right back to the next person coming in. The only time you're going to really truly follow somebody is going to be the bride and groom. Once they come in, if you feel like you have room and that you can make it work, go ahead, follow the bride and groom into the reception area. Once they do their moves, follow them to where they're going to be seated at. Now, the trick to the Grand March too is that a lot of times there's going to be a welcome speech that happens. Talk to the DJ, talk to the bride and groom, make sure if this is happening or not. Because if it is happening, you want to be prepared and being able to move your cameras quickly. A lot of times what I like to do is if I'm getting that wider angle shot of the entire crowd, then I'm not going to worry so much about where I'm going to be at. And so that once I do that gimbal movement and I get over to where the bride and groom's at and I see where the DJ is going to have the person for the speeches do his stuff, I'm going to go over with my gimbal camera and just film them, because a lot of times it's going to be 1 to 2 minutes, not a big deal. I have been stuck in a scenario where it ended up dad just decided to do his speech right then and there, even though it wasn't planned to be then. And I held my gimbal for 30 minutes filming dad. It's unfortunate when things like that happens, but that's just what you have to be prepared for. Finally, let's discuss audio and how we're capturing that for the Grand March. Hopefully the DJ has a line feed that they can send to you, whether it's plugging in the back of their speaker or directly out from them. Also, what we're going to do is we're going to use this little microphone setup, this little recorder. We're going to put this on the microphone too. And that's where this sleeve comes really in handy, because a lot of DJs, they're afraid if you put tape on their microphones because it is expensive gear. Totally understandable. They don't want things taped up. But if you show them, hey, it's just this sleeve and this drops right in, 99% of DJs are going to be like, oh, that's great. Yeah, go ahead and do that. They understand, most DJs understand what we're trying to do, and they know it's not any sort of offense to them and their gear not working. It's just having that safety, that backup. I hope you found that this video was informative, and stay tuned for our next video.